Developed, created, and owned by James Pro Artistry Productions.
Perceptive readers, this is Thinking Ability Part 3. No, let me say this is Thinking Ability Special, the page Part 3. Now, what I want to share with you is something that will make many of you happy. And then at the same time, it cause some people to roll their eyes at you. So what is it? Well, in John chapter 2, that's that's the Holy Bible, the good book. Did you know that one of Jesus' first recorded miracles, and from what, a lot of scholars would tell you, it really was it was the start of his miracles. I just find it very, very interesting that he went to the town or area of Canaan, and it was a big marriage feast, festival going on, celebration, you see. So I just find it very fascinating that, and maybe you do too, what have you. But as the event goes, as it's told, basically it was running low on wine or running out of wine. And so Jesus' mother, Mary, bless her soul, at first she was trying to, use her motherly authority to tell Jesus, you need to do something about this. And, and Jesus just made a quick statement to her to let her know that, hey, look, I'm on a mission now. Mom, I'm a grown man now. He didn't say all that. But the whole point is he still did something. And one of the reasons why is because anybody, who was like either the director of the feast or, really in charge of actually making sure everybody has everything they need at these big, huge festivals that they had, or hospitality of a home or a party, whatever you want to call it today. Yeah, it could really be a great, embarrassment to them if they didn't have enough for everybody, you see. So it will put a lot of pressure on the person. And so all the same, Jesus certainly knew about that. So he ended up filling up these huge jars, and it was either 5 or 6 jars, all the way to the brim, the account mentions. And he turned the water into wine. And when the director of the feast or what have you had to sample or taste it, that was the best wine he had ever tasted. In the sense, it probably was, because what he still said was, normally when everybody is intoxicated or being drunk, that's when they will put out the inferior wine, and yet here it is at this wedding feast. Now they were breaking out the finest of the wine, you see. And so what does this account show? It shows a couple of things. Well, one of them, it goes to show there is nothing wrong with, strong drink. And see, and this account really does show the wine as well that Jesus performed the miracle on. It still was just as potent, if not more potent than any of the even cheap wine that could still make people, tipsy. Now, this is not, once again, saying go out there and look. No, all I'm just saying again is to let you know that as someone who is actually, trying to learn all the ways of the true God himself, the happy God. And seeing that's what I do find very interesting, because even by Jesus performing that miracle of the wine and it being a wedding feast and things of that nature, you can really still see how when the scriptures call God is, he's called God is love. But when it also says that he is a happy God, you can certainly see that again fits in with his personality of love because of what Jesus did. First miracle has something to do with partying. Come on now. So anyway, all I'm just telling you all, the next party that you go to, in case you think somebody gonna look at you or bet your eyes, you carry the Bible with you. Keep your bookmark to John chapter 2 or memorize John chapter 2 and just tell them, hey, if it's good enough for Jesus, it's good enough for me. And open that Bible and then put your wine glass right beside it and say, I'm drinking with Jesus. Boy, I just killed me today. No, now you see why some people right now probably rolling their eyes and everything. And you can imagine them saying, listen to that sinner. No. But anyway, I just wanted to share that with you because, hey, this is the Thinking Ability page special. And, I'll post it to the podcast first. And, of course, probably sometime by the weekend or before, I'll have it up on that page again as well with the other ones. So thank you for being here and have a very wonderful day.
You have just listened to the Perceptive Readers Podcast. Remember, until next time, if you read something that encourages you to improve or enhance your life for the better, it becomes your reality.